Hey guys, we're here at the Route 62 area qualifier. Ash is getting dressed up. I already went out, got a session in. It was the first session out.
Friday practice?
Yeah, Friday practice at the area qualifier. It is beautiful out. A little chilly this morning. I got the old 110 vest on. Super thankful for that. Like I said, a little chilly to start out the morning, but going to be an awesome day and an awesome weekend.
Phil's a big vest guy. For any of you that don't know, he loves vests.
Yeah, huge vest guy. They're so awesome. Your arms are mobile. But yeah, huge vest guy. But the weekend's supposed to be steadily warmer and warmer, so it's going to be an awesome weekend. Looking like we're going to get lucky on an area qualifier with no rain. So that's pretty awesome, because for you guys that do area qualifiers, you know it's a battle to get these things in without crappy weather. So we're excited for that, and excited to be out here at 62. He's got a hell of a track prepped up today, and it's going to be that way all weekend. So should be awesome conditions for racing.
Yeah, and the way the qualifier weekends work, they only have certain classes on certain days. So I will race women's class tomorrow, and then I'm done for the weekend, tomorrow being Saturday. And then Phil's racing his classes on Sunday, and you're running Open Pro Sport, 25 plus, and 30.
Yeah, I decided to abuse myself at this qualifier. So we're racing 6 motos on Sunday.
So should be a good weekend. Sometimes that's fun for us though, because it can be, very busy for him. So I'll be done racing on Sunday, so it kind of makes it nice for us. That's not usually how our race weekends go, but we'll try to get some footage of both days. It's hard because we're both obviously busy, but these are the weekends for us. So should be fun.
Yeah, we're gonna catch some footage of us riding today and throughout the weekend. So enjoy. Saturday morning in our new home, our rolling home. Yes, the humble abode.
Yeah. Before race day starts. So yesterday was practice, Friday practice. We both rode practice. Really good day. I think the track got rutted. It did get a little dry, but there was a lot of people here, and it was very, very windy. So it held up well overall for those conditions. But a good day of practice.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Like you said, pretty ruddy. Kind of expected that though here. Usually has it pretty turned up so that it does get that way. Yeah, I got a little dry towards the end, but it is Ohio and it is clay, so it kind of just eats the moisture and everything. And then yeah, it was sunny and windy yesterday, which is usually a bad combination for clay dirt. It usually dries it right out. So overall though, it was a good day. Fun day of practice, and yeah, now it's race day for you.
Yeah, got bikes cleaned up last night. Well, Phil did. I was working. Got bikes cleaned up last night though, ready to go racing. I just have 1 class today. Usually I'll race 2 classes, except at a qualifier I'm not racing. Like the only other class I would race is either 25 or 30 plus, which he's in both of those, or 250B, which at a qualifier, no thank you. So women's today, it'll be 2 moto format. It's supposed to be beautiful. We haven't had that for me in a while on a race day.
No, it's like I said, I think in the other part of this was that it never fails that we end up in a rainy situation with it.
At least one
with
day.
qualifiers,
Yeah.
Whether it's like rains all Friday for practice day, and then it's like a little bit sloppy in the morning for Saturdays, or it rains Saturdays, or I've had where I've watched you be beautiful, you know, Friday practice, it's beautiful. Saturday's beautiful for your races, and then it rains Sunday morning. So we've had all scenarios, but yeah, this weekend looking prime. Beautiful yesterday, a little warmer today, less wind, and then same tomorrow, even warmer and less wind. So it should be a prime weekend of some good weather finally.
Yeah, gotta get dressed and head up for riders meeting. So more to come today. All right, done with first moto for me today. Just hanging out. I'm moto 15, so got a while in between. And usually if we're
hanging out.
Yeah, if we're both racing the same day, we're busy because he runs 2 classes, I run 2 classes. But when I'm the only one racing Saturday and he races Sunday, I try to enjoy.
One class.
Yeah, because I'm not racing another class for qualifier. But I try to enjoy these slow moments because we don't have them a lot. But anyway, first moto went good. I pulled the whole shot. I think that would have been me considered, right? I know she came around me, but.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know where they would count the line, but I would say, yeah, you made that first bend in the front, so I would call it you got the whole shot.
Yeah, so that was cool. Got past. It's Mila. What's her last name? Baltic?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, she's here from Florida. She is ripping. So she was out front, a gap, me, and then another gap, and then the rest of the women. There's 6 of us racing today, so not a big class. Sometimes that's a bummer, and I like a little bit more of a challenge. I mean, if I could keep up with her, I could have a challenge, but she was on another level. So I'm not quite on that level. But anyway, good track, big ruts, long ruts. Otherwise, yeah. First moto, pretty uneventful, felt good, bike feels good, try to be aggressive and charge through the ruts. So, second moto, coming up soon. That's about it.
Yeah, well, we'll recap after second motos.
All right, so my race day is over. Moto 2 is done. Got another second. Same thing kind of happened as the first moto. Pretty uneventful. I didn't pull the whole shot that time. I wheelied off the gate, and a girl almost kamikazed me in the first turn, so I had to lock up the brakes. So that was a little sketch. Oh, I did jump.
You almost got kamikazed from the side / kind of back too, and you didn't obviously know it, but
Yeah, there was another girl, I guess, that
it's all on video.
Phil said that she got a little loose and almost came into the side or the back of the bus. So, also on the very first lap, another girl, I think it might have been the same girl, I don't know, pushed me out off of this one like roller thing, and I jumped off the track. So that was hairy. But yeah, I got around the girl that was in front of me on a cowie or something, and then I got second again. So pretty uneventful day. Bike's washed. Mechanic back here, he had me hooked up for the day. Got my bike washed.
Good to go.
Yeah, helmet, goggles all clean for me. So just waiting on Sunday races for Phil. He's gonna run Open Pro Sport, 25 plus and 30 plus.
Yeah, good abuse tomorrow, 6 motos. But
Yeah.
yeah, we're all cleaned up, got some food in us, and getting ready to watch the Supercross race.
Yeah, it's pretty cool setup in here. We got Star Lord, our Starlink, hooked up,
Star-Lord.
and we're running on the little generator. So, that's kind of something cool we learned. So we have a big generator in the motorhome. It's loud because it's a big generator. We can run this motorhome off of our little generator. We have a Predator 3500 that we use for our camper. We just don't run the ACs. Like, it's not hot enough right now to need the ACs anyways, and that generator is a lot quieter and more peaceful to our neighbors over there. So we're just running the TV and everything off the little generator, which is cool. You need an adapter, obviously, but we got it set up, and it's pretty nice.
Yep, got it working good, and yeah, set up, feeling high class at the races in this bad boy.
Yeah, I got the whole house at the track. So
Got everything we need.
Yeah. So busy race day tomorrow. I'll get as much footage as I can, but we'll be running. So.
Yep.
All right.
All right, guys.
I'll be watching. right, first motos for Phil are done. We're Moto 1, 6, and 11, Pro Sport, 30 plus, and 25 plus. Give us a recap.
Busy day, but nice that I have 5 in between each class, so it gives me a little bit of rest time.
That usually never happens, by the way.
No.
Usually there's at least one moto that's like,
Almost back to back.
get off, have to go right back up there.
So happy for that. Give me a little hydration time and then back up there. But it's going good so far. First motos, we were very first moto for Open Pro. The tracks was real soft this morning, so it's super ruddy, which is good. I like it that way, rough and ruddy, and makes you really search and look for lines and be smart around tracks instead of just pinning it everywhere. Got an all right start and was riding all right Open Pro and lost the front end going over this like turning roller and picked myself up and just tried to kind of charge my way back forward without making any more stupid mistakes or putting myself on the ground again. Just after doing qualifiers a few years now, I've realized like just pick your way up and then get as far as you can and then
Race forward.
Yeah, just take each moto as it is. But got up to 6, so pretty happy with that. And then 25 and 30, got good starts in both of those and just put in solid laps and put in my lines, rode my lines I should say. Rode smooth and was able to pull away in both of those and win both first motos, so I was pretty stoked with that.
Yeah, and we've talked about this a few times. You're really good at making the track your own instead of following the lines that are out there. So like the track's really rutted. It's deep today, which is good, but Phil told me a couple times he's like arcing the corners and then cutting across the ruts that are there, so he's able to just stay on the gas and not like fight with the ruts that are there. And I always call those vet lines, like you're old enough and wise enough to know that you don't have to stay in the cow path and the ruts that are there. So he does really good with that.
Trying to use some of my wisdom.
Yeah, for sure. I will say we were rolling up there for the Pro Moto and I was walking behind Phil and I noticed his back tire was wobbling and I'm like, hey, let me push your bike and watch the rear tire. We think we have a broken sidewall in the one tire on his rear. And it was really wobbling bad. So he ended up racing it in that Pro Moto. He said it was a little, you could tell.
Yeah, I could feel it like walking and stuff because it's kind of moving side to side a little bit. I came back and checked all the spokes. I mean, I had a couple loose, but not enough for the rim to move. Got them all tightened and then spun the wheel and it was still pretty bad. So thankfully we have your 250 right now. We're still on the same bikes, same bike brand. So, and we run the same gearing on the rear, so I just swapped it out real quick and riding with your rear wheel for the other 2 classes, which it was good. I could feel it like actually driving straight for me instead of walking all over the place. So
do you usually run a 120?
Yeah.
So that's the only difference. His rear tire's a 120, mine's a 110. Obviously the rim's off of a 250, so not a big deal, especially at a track like this, but way better than a wobbly tire.
Yeah.
So
sits into the ruts a little nicer.
One of our friends also needed a radiator lever for a Honda, and he's asking if we have a spare one, and Phil's like, no. I was like, well, you could probably take it off my bike. So my bike has turned into the parts bike for the day. Pretty typical at a moto track, though. We've been at races and needed things and run around in the pits like, hey, does anyone have this? Like, if we can help, I'm always about it. Like, I'm not racing today, so sure, take it. Just bring it back when you're done. We'll stick it back on there. So currently my bike is posted up on a stand with no rear wheel and no radiator louver, but I don't need it today, so it's all good.
Yeah, do what you gotta do.
Yeah, they're doing a little track maintenance now and then right back into second round of motos, so try to get some footage of those too.
Awesome, and we'll give you guys a little recap after second sets.
Yeah. This is the current state of my bike. No rear wheel, radiator louvers off of it, sitting on a stand in the trailer because she's a parts bike today. between motos. Phil's got one more moto. We met Reed here. Say hi, Reed. What class you run?
65, 7 to 9.
You raced yesterday, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you do?
6.
6. That's awesome.
Got into that regional.
Yes. And you came up to Phil and you said you knew him from YouTube?
Yeah.
You've been watching our stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. We appreciate it.
Yeah, love seeing it at the track and having everyone come up to us and know that we have the YouTube and stuff like Reed here. So it's awesome to have all these little guys out here at the track watching and rooting us on and everything. So thanks for stopping by, bud. It was nice meeting you.
You're welcome.
Anything else you want to say on our YouTube?
Subscribe to Shred MX Conditioning.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Heck
Thanks,
yeah.
buddy. Post-race and recap. All second motos are done.
Yes, all done. We made it through all 6. We're alive and healthy, which is what we always want. Some good racing. Made it hard on myself in all of the second motos, so that was cool.
Did you fall down in all of them?
Yes, I did.
Solid.
Ran second for the pretty much whole moto of Open Pro, which was sick. Was gaining on the leader a little bit in midway, and then made a couple mistakes like second to last lap. Pull on me a little bit, no big deal. I was just trying to ride her out, and last lap I got really loose off of a single. Almost high-sided myself into the ground pretty hard. Somehow saved it. In the meantime of doing all that, punched myself in the face while the helmet with the bars. My jaw hurts pretty good right now, so that's always fun. But I saved it, but kind of was like trying to gather myself back up as I'm entering the next corner, and the rut I was using was pretty shallow on the inside, and I got in there and lost the front end and just the dumbest tip over. But when I tipped over, it was kind of like an embankment on the inside of the corner, so of course I like tumbled down that, had to like run back up and get my bike. I think I went 7-6 for 5th overall, so
Open Pro Sport.
yeah, can't complain about that. And then it was
30 was next.
30. I think it was leading, or maybe in second, and it was like second lap or something. I think I crashed down in
Yeah, I
down
think
in
you
the
were in
bottom
second.
corner, and got back up and charged pretty hard, and then got to the leader, and with like 2 laps to go, and was pushing, but just couldn't quite like get it close enough to make a pass on him. So
You
rode it out.
didn't need the pass either for the
Yeah.
overall, so I was kind of hoping you wouldn't, and I was like, just ride smart, please, and you did. So
Yeah, I kind of like last lap was like, I think he finished not right behind me in the first moto, so I did try to ride kind of smart, but at the same time not do anything stupid so I didn't fall. But so I went 1-3 or 1-2 in that for first overall, so I was stoked on that. That was plus 30.
Yep.
Yeah, and then last moto plus 25, got a pretty good start, was in second and tipped over on the first lap in a corner. I think it kind of helped me because I kind of bobbled everyone up.
Gathered up a few guys
Yeah.
with you.
And got myself back up and going. I was in like 3rd or 4th. Made a couple good passes and was riding pretty well, and got up to 1st. Kenny was out there, Kenny Henry, and he was riding well.
Made the pass into first on the last lap. It was
Yeah.
super exciting.
Yeah, it was. I was getting close to him, and then he made a couple like little bobbles, and I was kind of hoping he'd just make a mistake. And I'm like, I'll gather. And we come into this one corner, he kind of went inside. It was like a big sweeper to protect the inside, which was smart. And I was feeling good through there all day, so I ripped the thing wide open around the outside in like third gear and got up, and I got lucky, but I got past him. We come down into like this little drop off, and then it's like a turning roller next, and I thought you did too, thought it was gonna get hairy between us, but
yeah, either someone had to let off or they were both going off the track.
Yeah.
And I think Kenny let off a little bit to
yeah, I
give
think
way.
I just had the tire on it, so he did let off, thankfully, so we didn't lay down there at the bottom together. But got around him on the very last lap, hammered through the next couple sections, because there's like another, like right after that, there's like this stair stepper section that it's kind of quicker to go to the inside, but a lot of us were like railing the outside of the corner, and I was there making up a lot of time, but it kind of kills you at the end of the section. I knew he went inside, so I just jumped into those things, and I was leaned back, wheel tapping, smashing through them wide open, and we made it happen. Got a little hairy in like one of the last corners, but yeah, we made it through and got the W, so we won 1-1 in plus 25, which was pretty sick.
Yeah, so really good day overall. It was beautiful weather, beautiful conditions.
Yeah, can't ask for any better day.
Yeah.
They did a heck of a job too today. They, I think they watered it up a bit more than they did for you guys, so it was a little bit sloppier for us this morning, which was good because it was like an all big bike day. The ruts were freaking unreal today. It was sick, and you could definitely get leaned over. And I was telling you after the one moto, I hit the one corner, I was flying through it, and I leaned over pretty hard, like one of the first laps, and I felt myself like drag the rut next to it. I was like, oh, holy cow.
Yeah, with your arm.
Yeah, I'm leaned over.
Yeah.
But it was good. I was feeling unreal today, but like I said, the ruts were sick. The track was sick. Jimmy and his whole crew, I should say, did a heck of a job this weekend overall. So good racing, and I don't think they had like too many like injuries or anything major today. So that was good too.
Also, this is unheard of. It's like 2:30 maybe, and we're done. Most people are clearing out.
Everyone's like cleared out.
That was full. That was parking. That was full, and most people are clearing out already. So got through, I think, 15 motos today.
Yeah, they hammered through them.
2 rounds by 2 o'clock.
Yeah, and we did 5 laps. Every class did 5 laps except pro class. We did 6. So yeah, they did a heck of a job getting through the program today. And like I said, the track was sick all day, and the ruts and everything else. It was good. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. Overall, great experience. Route 62. Which region is this?
This takes us to it's a Mid-East region, so it takes us to Ironman for the regional.
Yeah, Mid-East area qualifier. Beautiful weekend. Usually we end up running into rain. We didn't, so stoked on that. And
Yes.
yeah, now time to clean up, get this thing washed. She's trashed.
Get all the mog washed up.
Figure out what's next for us.
Yep, on to the next adventure.
Otherwise, in 2 weeks, it'll be the regional.
Yep, thanks for watching, guys.